gentleman from Illinois, Mr. LaHood, to inquire.
Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I want to thank you for holding this hearing today. I want to thank all the witnesses for your valuable testimony here today. And my district in central Illinois is kind of a poster child for infrastructure: roads, bridges, rail, locks and dams on the Illinois and Mississippi rivers, and transit. And you can't drive down a road or go across a bridge or navigate your way down the Illinois River without seeing the need for infrastructure. According to the American Society of Civil Engineers, of 10 infrastructure categories, 7 are in mediocre condition and 3 are in poor condition. And my constituents and people all across this country deserve better. And we've heard a lot today from both sides on the need to upgrade our infrastructure. But of course, how do you pay for it? And that's the big issue that we have to deal with. And I think any reasonable person knows that it's going to take a multifaceted approach with the support from local, state, and federal governments, along with the private industry, and partnerships between all of these entities to get it right. And I want to bring attention to one of those partnerships in particular. It's between the insurance industry and those looking to finance infrastructure projects. Not only do I have a heavy ag and manufacturing presence in my district, but I also enjoy representing large insurance companies: State Farm Insurance, Allstate, Country Financial, and Carthage Mutual Insurance Company. The numbers are staggering. Of the $5.8 trillion in investment assets held by insurers, $986 billion are held in municipal securities that are issued to fund our roads, schools, and hospitals. Insurers also directly invest in infrastructure projects, having provided $26 billion, or 6% of all private infrastructure investment in 2016. Insurance companies' investments in these types of bonds create additional demand for these types of financial products, which in turn lowers the borrowing costs for cities, counties, and states to fund highways, schools, and sewer systems. This ends up being a win-win for everyone. Mr. Donahue, the U.S. Chamber of Commerce released a paper just yesterday titled The Role of Insurance Investments in the U.S. Economy. And, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to submit that for the record here today. And, Mr. Donahue, thank you. Mr. Donahue, would you mind providing to the committee a high-level overview of this report and its conclusions?
I'll be very happy to see that such a summary comes very quickly. But to tell you, just in one sentence, when we put together the equation on how we're going to do this, investment by domestic and international insurance companies will be part of the solution.
Thank you. I was wondering if anybody else would care to comment on the role of potential insurance investments would play.
Thank you. The only comment that I would make is if you look at the report that we've done at ASC, we consider all options open, and they do have a great amount of capital that can be brought to bear. Again, at the same time, though, they expect to earn some money and be repaid for that investment. So it's another tool, and as you start to look at this entire equation, you've got to look at all of these and include them.
Thank you. Those are all my questions, Mr. Chairman.
I thank the gentleman, and with that, let me recognize